much to show to know what to do. Just jump in the queue, it's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue. Be in the know, just how much to show to know what to do. Just jump in the queue, it's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue. To show to know what to do. Just jump in the queue, it's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue.
Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your scroll. So let me hurry up and get through this, because you can go back to do what you got to do, and I can go back to doing what I got to do. And I made an illustration just to make it easier for everybody. All right? This is me, and this is you. Okay? And this could be a family, friend, co-worker, alone in the world with a little cat dog. I don't care who it is, to whom it may concern. However, when we get together, it is now us. You know what always gets me is when we first start out, it's always cool, calm, and collected. I like it that way. But somewhere along the lines, you realize, this is you once again, realizing that you like to play games. Okay, you have become so fascinated with playing games that now all of a sudden you think that you could play with me. Here's you thinking that you can play with me. That's crazy. It's honestly crazy, but obviously you like to live on the edge. Okay, now you realize that you found a new love for these games, that you want to incorporate them in your everyday lifestyle. You are dedicated to the process. You are even willing to bet it all. Now, here's this person who knows what I know. And they know that you are in a great deal of trouble, okay? What a dummy is what you call it. Because to bet all of that and to only be left with my ass to kiss is diabolical. It's honestly insane if you ask me. All right now. All right, because the thing is this. Let me break it down for anybody who may be a little confused in translation. Here you are with the right idea, but the wrong bitch. Okay? It's very simple. It's extremely simple, okay? Right idea, once again, wrong bitch. Yeah. So now that I have gotten wind of what you think is about to take place, I am pointing you in the direction of where maybe someone would like to play games, okay? Which is all the way over there, okay? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Okay, I want you to go further, and further, and further away. You're so excited to continue on with these games that you're like, how much further do I have to go? You are so busy making your way downtown, walking fast, okay? You want to get there. You're excited. And even through all of this, even through it all, I'm still being a good Samaritan, a team player, if you will. I grab my magnifying glass because I am determined to help you find you something safe to do. All right, y'all. Well, look, share with those who need to know. Have a good one. Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your...
One thing for sure and two things for certain is I'm never going to hear you out if what I'm hearing is stupid. I'm not going to hear that. I'm not going to receive that. That's not my ministry. A lot of y'all sit and give too much of y'all time and effort to people who don't deserve it. Why would you be listening to somebody telling you that 2 plus 2 is 92 when you know it's not? That is a waste of my time. It's not of the kingdom. It's not. And I would not subject myself to foolishness, okay? Because I don't like to consider myself to be foolish. So I don't want to sit with it. No, it ain't nothing we can do. We done talking. I'm done talking. I'm done listening as well. Yeah, so I don't know who needs to hear that. I hope it reaches you and I hope it touches your spirit. Stop entertaining foolishness. Because people will start seeing you as foolish or somebody to be played with. And I don't like to be played with. Go play Atari. Go play some spades. But don't play with me. All right, love you, bye. One thing for sure and two things.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on? It's your girl Super. I know y'all thought I was done. Thought that was it, that I wasn't coming back or whatever. But I just took a nice hiatus, a nice little mental health break. Had some things that I had to attend to and do. And baby, I'm back. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Let all your friends know that Super is on. Super producer is on. SP is back in the building. And we back to business. We back to business. I am a little busy with some things that I'm doing. But I do plan on coming back and doing some videos, some lives, just a mixture of things. You see the new logo has been implemented across the board. I'll be doing a few more tweaks to that as the banner needs to be tweaked on my official page, my cover page for my YouTube channel. But the banner that you all chose, the logo that you all chose is up and running. And I'll be doing, like I said, a few tweaks to it for the banner for YouTube. How is everyone out there? There's 14 people on with us right now. And let me see who has spoken in the comments. What up, Jim C? What's going on? I ain't gonna remember you at work listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Now, I'm gonna have to assume because only 2 people spoke, Jim C and I ain't gonna remember. The rest of you must be people from Instigate and Agitate. I'm gonna assume that because no one else has spoken. And this is what I want to say about that. I'm not friends with people who tell me where I can comment and who I can like and what I can do. I'm not controlled in that manner. I will comment, I will like, and I will watch whoever the hell I want to watch. And that's just me. I don't require that out of any friendship that I am. You are able to like, listen to, be friends with whoever you are because I'm a grown adult, right? I understand how to not let those things cross, okay? And as Minion told you all, I tried to tell him about a certain person and he didn't want to listen, and I just let him go on and be great and do whatever. So, it is what it is from there. Let me see. Hey, Ernesto, how you doing? Blessings. Hey, Baby Dix, how you doing? Great to see me. Thank you. I have missed you all, but I am advocating and doing some things in the background, and I don't need to be patted on the back for it. It doesn't need to be seen. But I'm working and doing some things, and I also was doing something for a friend. And so here we are. Here we are, all 11 of us, because now 3 people dropped off, which probably was the people that I told. If you here because somebody told you to come and watch me, you can leave. Because I don't watch people I don't like. And you can take back to that person that I will like, I will comment, and I will be wherever I feel like I want to be. And I don't need your permission to do that. And when those people over there start realizing that that is a cult-like mentality, when someone tries to control your every move, they'll be a lot better off. Okay. So anyway, let's get to the business at hand. We're gonna cover a few topics today. The first topic that we're going to talk about is the Dalton meeting. To all of the Dalton residents that watch me, don't like me, or whatever the case may be. Um, as you can see, I am still reporting on Dalton, and I'm still reporting on the township, and I'm reporting and doing things other places here because, again, my platform is for the residents. I am here because I want to educate the residents on what is happening in their specific municipality, things that are going to affect them long term. And so I have not stopped my reporting. I was not here for clicks, likes, and views. I genuinely met and liked a lot of these people from Dalton. I actually love a few of them. A lot of them have become great friends of mine. And so I was not here for clicks, likes, and views. I am not an op to any village. But if Tiffany did wrong or Lil Stank did wrong and we called it out, I'm not going to stop calling it out because it's somebody different, somebody that I like or somebody that I don't like. I'm going to call it out either way because that's who I am. Okay. So let's talk about the meeting. The meeting was on Monday. I happened to be out of town on Monday, so I was not able to attend, but I will be at the next Dalton meeting. Hey, Javar, how you doing? I will be at the next Dalton meeting, which I believe is on the 20th. So I will be at that meeting. And I will be at the next township meeting. Hey, Tracy, how you doing? Thank you. Yeah, do what Tracy says. Like the video, share the video. You can even give the video a thumbs down if you feel like it. I'm taking all likes, ups, downs. It don't matter. Okay, just do what you feel. And so I was not able to attend on Monday because I was out of town. In that little raggedy truck, I guess that other person who don't ever know anything that is truthful have said on a platform. And let me just, I'm going to address this one thing, and then we're going to take care of this matter on Twitch. We're not going to talk about this on here. I have heard all of the things that this distraction is saying. I've heard them all. Am I concerned? No. I have slept with my drawers off every night since he got on that little raggedy platform and talked about me. A person that he claimed he don't watch, that he don't care about. I'm fat, I'm black, I'm ugly, I'm a hippocritopotamus, whatever he want to say. But one thing you won't ever say about me is that I'm stupid. That's one thing you'll never say about me is that I'm stupid. Okay? Reading and comprehension English was my best subject. So that's one thing you'll never say about me. So I just want you to know I have heard all of the things that have been said about me. I do have all of the videos, that this person deleted and all of the threats that was made towards me, and so forth. And I just want that person to know I'm not afraid. This is where I live. I live in Illinois, and I will not be afraid of somebody who does not even live here. I won't be afraid of somebody who does live here. Okay? I told you, when you see these come out, take care of yourself. Because make no mistake, you want me to get in the mud with you? I'll get in the mud with you if it concerns me protecting my life or myself or my children. Don't ever get that twisted. And take that for what you want to take it for. And in regards to speaking to your people, they don't come to the meetings. So I don't need to speak to anyone. And we're not friends. So why would I speak to them in the first place? I'm a fully grown adult. And it's crazy that you have to get up here on these platforms that are not even meant for this to address nonsense. Okay? I'm not about to get in the back and forth with a man who got on an Alibaba shirt. Please stop playing. Stop playing with yourself and stop playing with me. Because I heard you say the next time you see me, you going to treat me. I hope you do. Because ain't going to be no talking on my end. Don't go asking me, can you talk to me? Because I'm telling you right now, today, on this platform at 3:46 p.m. Central Standard Time, no, you cannot. No, you cannot. Ain't shit you need to say to me. So if you feel like you're going to step in my line of fire, since you said you was going to treat me, I'm on notice. And if you come up to me or near me, I'm going to take it as a threat. That's what I'm going to take it at. Now, Conscious, she giving you a pass. She's giving you the ability to apologize to her mother, which you should do. And let me say something to instigate and agitate, okay? If you sat over there and you let him do that, and after he got off that broadcast, you didn't tell him, hey, you went too far. That's totally too far saying that. Then guess what? You're going to suffer the same consequences that he does. I told you. Don't be mistaken about why things are happening to you in your life. Okay? Because if you profess to love God, but you set out to do evil, you're going to get what you deserve. Karma don't have a menu. You get served what you deserve. So if you sat over there and you didn't get in that chat and you didn't say, that was way too far, I don't agree with that, and why did you do it? And if you don't tell him that he should get on that platform and apologize to Conscious, don't you question anything about what is happening to you in your life. Don't ever do that. Because if you in the mess and you condoning it, you're going to get the same consequences. You're going to suffer the same consequences. And I said what I said. I'm not afraid of any one of you. Let that be known. From now on, every time I go to a meeting, this right here, how I'm going to be dressed. This person right here ain't nothing to be messed with. That's all I got to say about that. Shadow Seeker, you said I finally showed up online. Yeah. I've been busy. You see this? I've been drinking my water, minding my business. You see the skin? Okay. Hey, French Ranch, how you doing? Baby Dix, somebody thought they was threatening me. We're going to take care of it. We're going to show it on Twitch. We're going to show who that person was on Twitch. We'll take care of that at a later date, but they did threaten me. And just let it be known, if I wanted to go down and file an order of protection on your sorry broke ass, I would and I could. Because I have you on video threatening me. And don't no crazy person from over there come in these comments and start telling me about how we bothering him when he can't seem to close his mouth about us. Because I don't understand. Y'all think he should be able to say something and we not say anything back. Well, that's not how the world works. Okay? So It's whatever for me. But this is how I will be dressed every meeting that I attend. And this will be the face that I will be wearing. So if you don't give me 50 feet and you be within my personal space, I'm going to take it as a threat. Ain't that what Larry Snelling, the superintendent of Chicago police, said? That if you follow someone and you bother someone, they can take it as a threat. I'm going to do so from now on. So, with that being said, let's get to this meeting. So, Dolton had a meeting on Monday. I was out of town, was not able to attend, but I did want to talk about a few things. I also want to preface this by saying there are a lot of great things going on in Dolton. We'll talk about some of those things at the end, but right now we'll talk about a few things that is, I feel like, problematic. These are my opinions. The views and opinions expressed on this platform are that of the super producer because this is my platform. I do not have any ill intentions towards the mayor of Dolton. I do not have any ill intentions towards any of the trustees or anybody in that administration. This is truthful and honest commentary. This is not one-sided commentary. And so I'll continue with my observations. You don't like it? Don't watch it. No reason that you need to talk shit about me, but don't watch it. Hey, Master G, how you doing? All right, so now the meeting on Monday, and you have to forgive me, I'm working two screens here because I'm in the studio today. Alrighty. So this was the agenda. We'll get to the video in a minute. Let's look at the agenda. So the agenda was a call to order agenda, normal. All of that stuff was normal. The village clerk's report, communications, the engineer's report, committee reports, bills, old business. There was none. New business. There was a swearing in of fire chief, motion to approve Rucker Athletics. We're going to talk about this. We're also going to talk about Rucker Athletics in the coming days and weeks. We are going to actually talk and have some videos, watch some videos that I'm going to produce and make about some of these connections in Dolton and about some of these businesses and some questions that we may need to ask because that's what we do over here. There is no narrative being built. There is nothing being steered. All of the information put out here is for you to make your own personal decision about what you want to do. That's it. That's all. I'm going to put the information out there and it's going to be what it's going to be. She sank his battleship. Hey. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So we're going to talk about that just a little bit. Motion to approve resolution number 25-014, approving an application for a Cook County Class 8 real estate tax incentive for substantial rehabilitation, redevelopment, and reoccupancy of the commercial property located at 601 Sibley Boulevard. Motion to approve hiring finance accounts receivable staff. Motion to approve opening a separate bank account for Pope Leo activity. Motion to approve ordinance 25-005, amending Title II, Chapter 14, Historical Commission of the Municipal Code of the Village of Dolton. Motion to approve Duke's settlement, Attorney McGrath. Motion to approve Miles settlement. Approval and discussion of a Various Thompson, a minor by his mother and next of kin, Gwendolyn Torin, versus the Village of Dolton settlement payment. This last case, that That was the case of the autistic young man, teenager, I believe it was, who was walking back home from the store, who got tased by one of the Dolton police officers, who was a rookie at the time. Then you had the mayor's report, executive session, and adjournment. That is what took place on that particular night. Let's go to the video. This is gonna be a fairly, not too long recap, but we're gonna hit some things. Let's go to the board meeting from the 6th. And let me say this. You all let me know if you can hear the audio. Do y'all hear that audio? Somebody let me know. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear the audio from this. And then I'm gonna fast forward. Once I know that you all can hear the audio from this, I'm gonna fast forward. Hold on, I can check. Okay, no audio. That's what I thought. Okay. Hold on 1 second. This is the one thing that StreamYard need to be fixing. Keep adding all this other stuff. They need. Hold on. Let me play some. Hold on. Here you go.
I'm not the bigger person. Leave me alone, I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you'll be safe if you don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up on the first 48, first 48, first 48, first 48. I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you'll be safe. Just don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up on the first 48, first 48, first 48. I'm not the bigger person. Leave me alone, I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you'll be safe if you don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up on the first 48, first 48, first 48, first 48. I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you'll be safe. Just don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up on the first 48, first 48, first 48. I'm not the bigger person. Leave me alone, I go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you'll be safe if you don't play in my face. Don't wanna end up 48, first 48, first 48, first 48. Not go too far. When somebody does me wrong, I'll catch a case. Beyond the first 48, I know I'm petty, but I can't walk away. Oh, you be saying, just don't play.
All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure you can hear me before I get restarted again. Let me see who came in the room. Arlene, you used to sing when I first met you under the name Francois a year ago. Oh, French Rent. Listen, I was singing at a wedding this weekend. That's why I was out of town. Okay. All right, let's see if we can hear this video. We should be able to hear this video. Boom. All right, now you guys tell me if you can hear the video again.
6:30 p.m., 6:31 p.m. I will ask Clerk Key, please, for a roll call.
Everyone.
Present.
Trustee Holmes, absent. We have a quorum, Mayor.
Thank you very much. I'll ask if we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
All right.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of
I'm gonna
America
skip through this.
and to the
Give me 1
republic
second.
indivisible with liberty.
All right, we're gonna skip through this to public comment.
Called the Man Cave on October 16th. It's a virtual healing space for men of color who are caregivers. As we know, men carry a burden of having to be strong all the time, not feeling like they have a safe place to express themselves. So this virtual healing space is for male caregivers, which is pretty much everyone in this room, whether you are a dad.
Okay, we're gonna skip past this, but one thing I want to do, I do want to commend the Village of Dolton on is adding the mental health piece to their village. Being that the mental health arm was dismantled in the township, this is great for the Village of Dolton to be able to have this resource for the residents. And this business or this mental health is located in the old campaign headquarters. I think it's like the water bill building, used to be the water bill building next to Village Hall. And so, take advantage of those services if you so need them. Try them out, see how it goes, see if you like it, or whatever. And take advantage of that, because not a lot of villages have a mental health arm that is helping assist the residents. So take advantage of this particular piece. I commend the Village of Dolton for partnering with this particular company.
Good evening. My name is LaTanya Gray, and I have been a resident of Dolton for the last 18 years. I recently relocated to Georgia, and I am in the process of selling my house. The village requested several electrical and plumbing repairs per the inspection report. I contacted a certified plumber, electrician to do the repairs. Number one, it took 3 weeks to get the permits, which I felt that was a little too long, but once we got the permits, he was able to do the electrical work, but not the plumbing repairs due to a broken shutoff valve that's the responsibility of the village to repair. I have a valid contract on this house. The buyer has been approved. by the lending institution. We are really ready to close. I just need the village to make the necessary repair to the water shutoff valve so my contractor can complete the plumbing repairs requested by the village. I have been calling, my attorney has been calling, the contractor has been calling, as well as the realtor for the past 3 weeks. We cannot get a definite answer as to when the repair will be done or why it hasn't been done or any reasonable explanation for the delay. Just make it make sense to me because I'm not understanding why you requested these repairs, but you're not helping to facilitate me to be able to make the repairs. So I'm at the mercy of the village right now. And I need for the Public Works Department to finish this repair so my contractor can finish what he's doing and we can get the village stamp and everything and close the deal. I don't want to leave on a bad note. I really don't. Like I said, I've been here for 18 years. Some things have happened in this village and we've gone through a lot. And I don't want to leave out on a negative note, but I'm just getting a little bit bitter because for 3 weeks, I keep getting told different things. And I just need for that to be repaired so we can get on. You know, I don't want the buyer to change his mind. And it's not a good look coming into a village and this is, you know, we got a hole up and nobody understands why this has happened. So I'm asking that this situation be given the highest priority because, like I said, we should have closed it 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Ms. Gray, we did reach the 3-minute mark, but I am going to ask our Administrator Walls, wave your hand, please. Gentleman right there.
I did contact him earlier,
Okay.
but
So if you go right there, right over there, we're going to make sure you get that taken care of.
Now, this is what I want to say about this comment. First of all, I feel like she did everything correctly. I hope that a lot of the residents of Dolton in any village is watching this, right? Because this is what you do. You try to handle things by going to the village. You try to handle things by contacting the proper departments, right? And when those things do not work, this is what you should do. You should come to a meeting and put it on record, meaning in front of the entire village and in front of the entire administration so that everyone knows what is going on. And so that you will have recourse if you have to hire an attorney or if you have to start litigation with the village. Because you can say, no, I notified everyone on that board was aware. Everyone was on that board was aware that I asked for this. Now, my other question is, Brian Thigpen been out here making all these videos about you keeping the alley clean and your gutters and your grass and all of this stuff, and that's code enforcement. What happened here? This lady says she's been trying to get this resolved for the better part of 3 weeks. She says she doesn't want to leave on a bitter note, but you also don't want the person purchasing the home to feel like they're entering a community where they're not going to be heard and they're not going to have their problems addressed, right? I mean, at this stage, the buyer has the option to pull out because they're ready with their earnest deposit. The bank is saying that they are ready, so they have the lending, they have the money. The other stuff is not their problem. It's not the buyer's problem. So, you know, I hope that this gets resolved. She said that she contacted Mr. Walls, who is the village administrator, as have I. He actually gave me his card. Let me show you right here. He actually gave me his card and told me to email him I asked him to come on this platform. I just wanted to talk with him about, how his first 90 days went. What does he foresee for Dolton? I didn't even get a response. So I actually understand how this lady feels. They all give you their cards and tell you to call them or contact them, and they're never gonna respond. I said it. Gave me this card. I got a lot of their cards with their numbers and their information on there. I mean, what good does this do you if they see your email and they're not going to respond? What good does this do? And if you don't want to, answer or be on somebody's platform, the adult thing to do would be to say, well, I have to decline at this time. And adults are going to say, okay, thank you. You got to live with that on your conscience, not me. You the one said that I could email you and gave you this call. I find it odd how now the emails still don't work. Lil Stank took their ability away to have a Village of Dolton email. Now that they have it, they still don't work. Allegedly. Or do they? Huh? And again, I can only speak from my personal experience. This resident is speaking from her personal experience. I mean, I understand that the people in Dolton no longer like me. The people in Dolton are no longer accepting me there. So says Commander Doodoo. But it's whatever for me. Because I'm trying to give you the opportunity, whether I have 2 people on my platform, whether I have 3 people watching me, whether I have 4 people watching me, who knows how many people are going to watch the video. I'm giving you the opportunity to come on my platform and give your side so that no speculations are made. Nothing is edited. It's live. We don't do any television editing over here. We don't do any news media editing over here. Whatever's live is broadcasted and is there for the people to see. So there is no narrative being crafted over here. Because I'm not uploading the video. You're going to be live and in color with the people. And whatever you say is what you say. But there is no respect for that. People want you to say what they want you to say from the beginning. They want you to ask what they want you to ask. No, you need to answer these questions. But anyway, I digress. Let's go to the next speaker. But I hope that Ms. Gray gets the issue resolved and the cutoff valve fixed immediately so that this sale, that is money. That is money for the village. That is a new source of revenue for the village. Do you think Dr. Nikita chose who go say whatever wherever she wanted? And I do, French Ranch. Yes, I do. She is public relations for the village. Those people are gatekeepers for the village. So they will absolutely tell people to talk to you or not talk to you. That's what they're paid by the village to do. They also will allow people to talk to you that they want to talk to you. That's how public relation goes. So yes. All right, let's see the next commenter.
Before I really start, I have to acknowledge a young man, Brian Thapin. I sent him some pictures about 2-3 weeks ago, and the pictures are of substandard housing, overgrowth and things of this nature. He actually called me 2 or 3 weeks ago. I just looked at them the other day. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, but I just wanted to let you know, man. you were on the case, and you appreciate it. And I just wanted to say that publicly. I was going to call you. I said, no, I want it on the record. I want it on the record. And all of my experiences so far with public works, since the new administration have been mostly positive. I haven't had any really complaints. I can see improvement, actually worlds of improvement, because from where we were and where we are, there's a whole continent between then and there. Okay, so I'm going to say again, appreciate you all too. I don't know if you all have noticed, I think it was Markham, they came up with an ordinance. I'm not going to go into specifics on the ordinance right now. I'm going to let our brain trust bring it to you all. But I think that's something that's going to come up again, because I think it's going to be the wave of the future in the South suburbs to some degree anyway. And hopefully there's a way we can work these things out, because I'm not the kind of person that tries to exclude anyone. But at the same time, everybody's got to pull their weight and take care of their business. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. So, and really hate what happened to our Bid Whiz hangout over there at the campaign. What the hell are they doing out there at 3:00 in the morning, knocking down walls? That's insanity. Hey, I've been up to, I got up out of bed twice to go pee before 3:00 in the morning. And this dude out there riding around, crashing into walls and stuff. So I don't know, I guess we get to stay on top of them, I guess. And I just want to say thanks to everybody that's making this better. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. Dan's comment. I'm not sure I understood Mr. Dan's comment. I do agree with him that they are miles away from what they used to be. But Mr. Dan, for me, was speaking in a lot of code that a lot of the other residents probably didn't even know what he was talking about. A lot of people probably could not even understand the comment. If you live in Dolton and you heard Mr. Dan's comment, did you know what he was talking about? He said, you know what he's talking about. But the people watching at home, we don't know what you're talking about. So the comment was confusing to me. I hope that Mr. Thigpen is as responsive to all of the residents and not just certain residents. I hope that is a thing. I hope that everyone is having the opportunity to reach him. Like I said, I got several business cards that I don't know why they be printing these things, because they never answer. So I hope that everybody is getting that same opportunity to be addressed. French Wrench, a car crashed into the old headquarters of Clean House. It is now being used, I believe, by Kiana Belcher for her campaign headquarters for, I think, Commissioner of the 5th Ward for Cook County. Now, I have lots of questions surrounding that as well, but we'll address that in a video. I have some interesting questions surrounding that whole thing, because I did see a GoFundMe page go up asking to help rebuild the campaign headquarters. However, didn't you have liability insurance? Shouldn't the liability insurance take care of the rebuilding? Shouldn't the overall insurance on the strip mall, if you didn't have insurance, take care of the rebuilding? And did the person who ran into the building have car insurance? These are all questions that I have. I don't know if anybody else had those questions, but I do. Javar, you was thinking the same way? Yeah, people don't want you to think out loud. People don't want you to say anything. Well, I got a question. Those are my questions. Okay. In case the person didn't have car insurance, right? You're renting a space, you should have liability on the space that you're renting because you're an elected official. You should make sure that all of your paperwork and all of those things are in order. Lease, liability insurance, you're registered with the village, so forth and so on. Oh, okay, Dave, welcome. I'm glad you made it back safely with your groceries. Thank you, Deb Hill. I'm just asking. So, you know, oh, hey, Wyoming gal, I didn't see you slide in here. Hey, those are the questions that I'm asking, because you should have had liability insurance on that space, so that in case that person didn't have car insurance, which should cover them crashing into the building or whatever damage they created, then they should be covered. There should be no GoFundMe necessary. But, these are all questions, all things that are public information that you can forward the village for to find out if there was liability insurance or, whatever the case may be for this registered space. But those are my questions in regards to the incident in the future posting. Those are questions. All questions I have. I don't know if anybody else have them, but those are mine. And again, like I said, I wasn't in regards to whatever ordinance that Markham passed. I feel like Mr. Dan should have stated whatever the ordinance was, so that everybody would know, because not everybody knows what ordinance they passed, and I'm not sure that Markham, the village of Markham, posts or broadcast their meetings. So that's what I'm gonna say about that.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Peggy Foggin. I've lived in Dolton my entire life. I just have two questions. One, what is going on in Ingle Street? And I appreciate Mr. Steve's quick action. Are you resurfacing? There's signs up that say we can't park there, as you can see. And this, I'm partially handicapped. I don't even know where we're supposed to park. And you want this, we've had no communication, except for the signs that went up yesterday. So when are they starting? All my neighbors want to know, when are they starting? What's going on? And
no, Master G, the dude next to Jason is an attorney with Dolton. He's an attorney with Dolton. To me, this is where they send in somebody who look like us to make us feel like they for us. That's the comment I'm making.
I'd be appreciative for any information you all could give us.
Resurfacing starts tomorrow. I think the 7th or the 8th. This week, it starts this week.
Okay, so in other words, it's just down Ingle Street, or is it down the Grant? Oh, no, I think it's
I don't know off the top of my
side street.
I don't know off the top of my head, but I can get with the village engineer. We can get you exactly when we start in the street that's actually getting done. I don't know off the top of my head.
Right. No, and I appreciate, because we talked to you before, because nothing's been done since 1965
Yes.
to that street. And I appreciate the swift action and all of you what you've been doing. I also had another question about the murder that took place right by my house that, again, we're in the dark about. I just would like a little bit more open communication. Not everyone has, internet access or anything like that. You mentioned something about a mailer. I don't get a mailer. So I don't know why that is, but I would just like to be better informed. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about it, Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy, this is exactly what I was saying when the shooting happened over there on the line of Dolton and Calumet City. There was also another incident that happened in a different place. There was a barricade situation on Dante. You have revamped the village webpage. All of these things could have been blast on the webpage. You know, they have it set up to where when you go to the webpage, all these flyers pop up. So they should be able to pop up things like there's going to be repaving on Evers and Ingle. There was an incident that occurred over in this part, but we want to assure the residents that we are continuously investigating. Your safety is of the highest priority. Something of that nature could have been blasted on the website as well. So we are seeing that communication is still an issue. Maybe it's a kink that needs to be worked out, right? Communication, being able to have somebody address and say, I think we might need to, put something on the website about this. What do you want to say? And let's get it on there. I think all of the paving stuff should be put on the, village page and pop up so that people know, because the people that live in that area, and look at Miss Peggy, they're telling her she can't park where she lives and she's handicapped and she needs to get into her residence. And, what I want to say that I like about Miss Peggy is you didn't see her at all during Lil Stank's time. You didn't see her come there at all and make comment or anything. So this cannot be something that is crafted, that people are just trying to point out negative things and stop saying negative things. No, this is somebody who did not even involve themselves in the Little Stank saga. They was not even visible, right? And this is what I liking to see, that those residents are now coming forward and making comments and feeling comfortable enough to voice their opinions. And you need to have more of this. You need to have more of the residents putting these types of things on the record, because they said when they was running that they wanted you to hold them accountable, and this is your time to do so. And so I'm glad to see Miss Peggy did exactly what they told her they wanted her to do, which was to hold them accountable. And she came to the meeting to do so. And that's what needs to be done. They could do a phone blast message. If they do it for voting, it can be done for this as well. Exactly, Sharon Gregory. I know exactly the person that could do it. Okay? And they should, maybe consider doing those types of blasts for these roads, for some of these police situations, so that the residents feel safe and feel like, okay, they are really, trying to keep us informed. And so I was glad to see a fresh face, Miss Peggy, who says she has lived in Dolton all of her life. And I was glad to see her, so that people can stop saying, oh, there's people, outsiders just want to say the negative things. Well, none of us said this. Miss Peggy did. Miss Peggy said she would like to see more communication and better, clear communication from the administration. Miss Peggy said it. So, and nobody saw her the entire time during this whole Little Stank saga. So you can't say that anybody put her up to it. This was her. And this was a good thing to put this on record. And hopefully that is something that they address. Because like I said, when the incident happened with the young girl and the mother cutting the young lady, there should have been something said then. This unalivement that happened near Miss Peggy, there should have been something said then. There should have been something said about the triple shooting. There should have been something said about the other incident. There should have been something said about the barricade situation. As a matter of fact, they should have blasted for the residents to shelter in place during this barricade situation. So, all of these things have to be addressed. SP, do you think Jason is doing a good job as mayor? Hold on, let me go back. I missed some. We do it for our county schools for bus delays. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, SP, do you think Jason is doing a good job as mayor? I would say right now, Jason is on shaky ground for me, right? Because as the mayor, you should be addressing these major issues. No one should have to tell you to. You should say, I need to address the residents because I want them to feel like this is a different type of administration. I don't want them to feel like they have to ask or they have to pull any information out of here. So if I was to give him a grade today, I probably would give him a grade of a C because communication is going to be very key. This is a traumatized community. They haven't been getting communication, of things that are going on. And, we still have that disconnect. We still have the disconnect of communication. That is a major thing in any municipality for me. These are the views and opinions expressed on this platform are that of the super producer. Hey, Conscious, what's up? What's going on? Good to see you. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's the grade of a C for me. And how do you all feel about that? I feel like it's a grade of a C because of those reasons, because of, the lack of communication. Also, let's talk about since we talking about this, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the CPA firm. I'm gonna do a video on this again. I've done one video on Kasperick. I'm gonna do another one, an updated one, because he actually came to a COW meeting and spoke, which kind of disturbed me. Because once they took over in the administration, I feel like there should have been a forensic audit done. You want to say that a forensic audit takes money? Yes, it does. It takes money to run a village. However, you're spending money on the Pope's house. That was $375,000 or several properties, allegedly. There was money in the budget to do a forensic audit. I feel like CPA, Kasperick, they were the major issue during Tiffany's time. They actually withheld information from you. So why are they still there? Why are they still employed by the village? She think my battleship, you think a grade C is appropriate? Okay, good. Sharon, you agree with a C? Good. Don't forget. Thank you, Dave. This little girl being cut by the adult is still a live issue. What community is responsible for handling the issue? Baby Dix, the village of Dolton is responsible for handling the issue because it was at a village of Dolton bus stop or a village of Dolton, 2 village of Dolton streets, and the village of Dolton police officers were called out. I think you are being generous in the grade. Where is the transparency? The residents were promised. The spending is insane without the promised audit. Correct, Tracy. And I would give him a grade of C because let me tell you why. Because a lot of things people were let go. Some people were let go. There were other people put in place. We'll talk about the people that were put in place. And they are trying. They've gotten all of the meetings restarted, the COW, the housing, the finance. They've gotten all of those meetings restarted. So I feel like he's going in a direction where he's trying to, put those things back in place for the residents. So I give him a C. I understand your point though, Tracy. So Kasperick for me should have been gone. Now let's go over to the township where Napoleon made an excuse saying that there's an active investigation. Now, here's the thing. Because there is an active investigation going on, doesn't mean they need to be still retained. Because if the FBI wants to talk to them, guess what? They will get a subpoena and they will talk to them. And they will have to talk to them regardless of whether they are working for the village or the township or not. You cannot tell me that these people all of a sudden are the good people. These people have all of a sudden changed what they were doing. No, they were the source of the problem when Lil Stank was in office. That has not changed. You had the duty, the fiduciary duty to contact the comptroller when you were working with Tiffany and hiding her dirty deeds. You could have blown the whistle there. You had whistleblower protection at that point. You could have blown the whistle right there, but you did not. So for me, find another CPA agency because that's what you need to do. Because if they lied when they was with her and withheld information, see, the thing is you withheld information from me when I was under this other lady. We not cool still. And you will be forced to turn over any information you have in regards to the village. And if not, we going to court. I'll have your CPA license snatched. Because what? But anywho, that's just me. Hold on, I'm missing some of y'all comments. Let me see. I'm a little behind, but is there a forensic audit scheduled? No, they are currently trying to catch up on audits for the comptroller. So the audits for the comptroller are being caught up on, but I don't know that there has been any forensic audit set forth. Definitely audit should have been done and the accounting firm should have been gone. I feel like they were on the take as well. Exactly. Because your actions dictated that you were. And now you stand up in a cow meeting and tell me that you have to untangle all of this stuff that you tangled up with Lil Stank. Somebody lying. Now somebody is lying. Okay? Somebody's lying. Because you was there. So don't tell me you up here acting like somebody else did it. No, you was with her and you did it and you know how to untangle it and stop playing with me. And if you don't know how to untangle it, then we're going to get somebody who do. I don't know. My personal opinion. Yes, be transparent for the residents. Why hasn't the new police chief made an announcement regarding the cutting incident? Probably he's going to say because it was before he was officially sworn in. That's probably what he's going to say. They need to be a wide range feeler for a CPA. They're not the only ones around. They are not. And yes, they do. If Dalton was responsible, Jason's score should suffer. All right. So now we are getting to the real criminals. Is the same accounting firm from it. Yeah. So they need to be gone. That accounting firm needs to be gone. They had questionable business practices during Lil Stank, and they still are doing it in both places. In both places. If you want to press me, in all places that they reside, allegedly. Okay? It really should have, Master G. Not at all. But there's lessons that everybody is learning through all of this, right? Right. So that is what, we're going to talk about these things in the coming days, right? Why are we going to talk about these things? We're going to talk about these things because if we did it for Lil Stank, and I'm going to say this again, we're going to do it for this administration and any other administration. I have a lot of things coming for some other municipalities too. So, just buckle up, because it just needs to be done. You know, it needs to be said. Do with it what you will. Do with it what you will. Go around and say she don't have nobody watching her. But guess what you're gonna be able to do? You're gonna be able to come back to this platform and say, wow, this woman said this months ago, years ago, and we did not listen because we said she had 2,000 followers. Okay. Whatever. I'm pretty sure if it was the personal accounts, they'd be gone quick. Correct. It couldn't be no business account for me, but even a business, right? Even in business, people that have accounts with them should be watching this and saying, we about to get up out of here. Okay. Do they have settle? I don't know, French wrench. That is something that I still need to, that I'll look into. I'll look into it for you, but I don't know. All right. Let's keep going. And Conscious, you might want to check out the beginning of this video. I'm sure you came in late.
Good evening. Welcome all of the Doltonites for this prestigious occasion. So I'd like to say to the Board of Trustees and Tamir House, you do know that it's October Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I'm just saying, I like this lady. She always comes up here and brings positive things. She had a lot of positive things to say. She even gave them bundt cakes. Like I said, the people in Dolton are very great and gracious people. And so I love it when she comes up because she's always has something positive, and that's what she did. We're gonna skip past her though.
Come for the first time. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marilyn Wong, and I have been a resident of Dolton over 40 years. I have a complaint. I actually have called the village several times during the last administration. Nothing was done. And I came in to the village on August 19th, and the complaint is the speed bump that's on Dorchester, right before the entrance where the trucks go in to Menards. So that speed bump, when the trucks go over the speed bump, most of them don't know there's a speed bump there, especially the ones that drive at night. And the noise is so loud, my house literally shakes. I've been on the phone with family members and friends, and they can literally hear the noise. I've had dishes broken. So much has happened. And for a very long time after the speed bump was put up, I kept thinking, why isn't there a sign saying there's a speed bump? There is a sign, but the sign is actually shorter than me. And it's when you turn onto Dorchester, it's right by the alley. So you really can't see it. I don't know if there's anything that can be done to have it removed. And when I came in here on the 19th, I was told that someone would get back to me within a week or so because I filled out that form. No one has called me.
Okay. Mr. Superintendent Bunch, you mind waving? If you speak with that gentleman, he'll make sure we get it taken care of.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna say this again. I love to see Mr. Wong at the video at the village meeting. She was not visible during Lil Stank's time. So again, this is a fresh face that we've never seen, stating how in August she went and said something about this particular speed bump, and it was not addressed. And the fact that this situation breaks things in her home, wow. Because the best thing she could ever done was come to the meeting and put it on record. so that everyone sitting at that table, everybody that is present is responsible. That from Tammy Brown to Stan to Kiana Belcher to Ed Steve to Brittany Norwood, the mayor, the superintendent, the code enforcer, everybody that is in that room that is a part of that administration is now held responsible because they know what is happening. And so if it is not addressed and she keeps getting damage inside of her home and to her home, then she should litigate the village. She would have recourse for litigation because she put it on public record. This is why you should come to your meetings. Because when you have done the proper thing by going to the village and filling out the proper forms and talking to the correct people and giving them time to handle it, and they don't, and then you come to a meeting and you make a public comment in front of everyone, and nothing is still done several months down the road, oh, I'm finna hire an attorney. Because everyone in that room knows. Everyone in that room knows, and I put it on record. And I was told to talk to this person. Is it just me, or did the fire department change from white to black with the installation of the black chief? No, it was just a lot of black people in the room, actually. We'll talk about it when we get there, baby dicks. Reflective paint. Wyoming gal, I'm sure that with the code enforcement person riding around, right? Shouldn't he be taking note of some of these things? She said that the sign is by an alley. Didn't he say he was driving down these alleys, giving out tickets? He went over there, saw that speed bump sign was very short, and hey, maybe nobody, ain't he supposed to be trained to notice those things? And reported that to Public Works, to the superintendent of Public Works, and said, hey, you got a sign over there where a speed bump is at that needs to be replaced because nobody can see the sign. Huh? I mean, these departments gotta start working together if they're not out there watching. Speed bump do damage inside her house. Yeah, French friend, she said that when the trucks, because there's a Menards right there on the corner, the road goes like this, and the speed bump is before you get to the Menards, so that they'll slow down. And so when the trucks are not slowing down because they can't see the speed bump, right? Maybe the reflective paint that was on the speed bump is now worn off. When they don't see the speed bump, they come flying over the speed bump. And what happens? That truck, boom. And when that boom happens, it reverberates through her home. And so that is why she's getting broken dishes and everything. There's never a question when it's all white. Why does the chief have to be installed? Oh, it's part of the ordinances, Master G. It's part of the ordinances. The IML states that they have to be voted on, accepted, and then installed. They have to take an oath. So, you know, that gives her recourse to be able to do what she has to do when it's not addressed. These are the reasons why you need to be in attendance, or you need to watch your meetings and go to your meeting if you have tried to take care of something by going into Village Hall and speaking to the proper person and filling out whatever form is required. This is how you do that. This is how you do that. And so I'm glad to see Miss Wong, because again, no one is putting anybody up to do anything. These people live in the village and they now feel comfortable enough to go to a meeting and make a public comment, and so they are. And they're trying to make this administration aware of things that have gone neglected during the previous administration. No one is trying to make the village look bad or don't say that. No, you got to say what needs to be said, and it just needs to be addressed. That's all. That's how you fix that. That's how you stop people from talking. You just address the problem. Don't avoid the problem as the previous administration did. You address it and you keep moving. That's it. That's all. French, that's hilarious. So I was very glad to see Miss Wong. And I hope that they do, I hope that they address that speed bump, whether it be, I think, maybe replacing and putting the sign in a more visible place. And also, I think Wyoming guy with the reflective paint over the speed bump and everything. But that's something you have to maintain once you do it, right? Because there's a lot of traffic that goes over that speed bump. So you have to make sure that if you do the reflective paint, it has to be sealed and all of that song. Okay, Conscious, no problem. Now I see it makes sense. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So now, now you can, and it needs to be sealed properly so that it lasts a fair amount of time, because over time, with the amount of trucks that deliver to Menards, that paint is going to wear away and they'll have to get it redone. So, okay. Is that the last comment? I'm not sure.
Okay, and I think with that, we will conclude citizens' address portion of this festivity. And I think the moment we are all here, the moment we're all here waiting for, we will be making an adjustment to our agenda. We will be moving up item, what's this, new business 11A. So this part, the swearing in of our interim fire chief, Quinton Curtis. So Chief Curtis, where are you at?
Okay. We're not going to sit here and watch this whole entire thing, but we're going to take a look at something. Okay? Again, these are my questions. The views and opinions of on this platform are expressed by me, super producer, right? And again, I'm not against this administration. I'm not against anyone. I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions because these things were supposed to be already, you're able to have transparency. You were supposed to be able to ask questions, hold them accountable, all of those things. So that's the only thing that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And these are the things that I'm asking in regards to that. So the first thing that I want to show you all is this. So October the 6th, they swore in the fire chief, right? So I'm on the Village of Dolton's page. You see this date here says September the 16th at 12:43 p.m. Now, it says that at 12:43 p.m. today, Mayor House swore in Quinton Q. Curtis as Dolton's interim fire chief. Now, explain to me how you swore in the fire chief on the 16th. So when was he voted on, accepted? Was that during the meeting? Was there a quorum for this? And when did the residents know? Were all the residents able to be in attendance? Or is that why you did it again on the 6th to make it official? I'm not sure with all these unofficial things that may be happening. That can't be done in closed session, French. This has to be done in an open meeting. It has to be put on the agenda. It has to be voted on. Everyone accepts, voting on, hey, this is the interim, and he's supposed to be the interim fire chief. I don't know when they will select a permanent one, but he's supposed to be the interim fire chief. Why on the 16th do we have that? And then on October 6th, you're going to do it again. What does that mean? I don't know what it means. I'm asking the question. Now it says they did this on September 16th. I'm asking, was it a legal swearing in? Did they vote? Was there a vote? Where on the agenda was this? When was this? And then it says the public swearing in will take place at the village board meeting in October. To my private community, we have a couple of things to go over about this fire chief, and we'll discuss him at that time. I do have some documents and some things to show you. We'll talk about it. I also want to know if the village of Dolton, if all of the residents knew that there was a meet and greet with the police chief at St. Patrick's on September the 24th. Was everyone allowed to attend? Did everybody know about this? You know, this is on the village page as well. They're and you know, these are just some things that I'm pointing out because it should not be a select few people that are able to participate in things. It should be open to the public, and if you can't do it for the public, then you shouldn't do it for anyone. Or you should have them at a meeting and say, the police chief will be here at the meeting. Please come out and you know, introduce yourself to the police chief. He'll be here, you know, to meet with you. Another thing I want to commend the village on, this is great, that they have put out a posting for a finance director. They also voted on Monday to get a receivable staff member. So those are two positions that they need so that they can regain all of the control back from this CPA firm and maybe possibly let them go and hire another CPA firm by getting this finance director. And so I hope that somebody qualified applies and they pick a great person for that position, because they're going to need a strong person in that position to be able to put the proper controls in place for spending and those things. But there was a meet and greet with the new police chief at St. Patrick's, and I just wanted to know, did everyone in the public, all of the residents know this so that they could come past and meet the new police chief? Most people I see in this room are from the library, on the library board. There are several comments on here. This comment says it would be nice to have cops show up on time on what they consider non-emergency situations. They take almost 2 hours to show up. Also, they should have police helping with traffic outside of Berger Vandenberg School before and after school, because people drive by speeding and then block the walkway or block traffic to try to pick up their kids when they want to argue with the staff. They're there and crossing guard when they are told to move from where they are at. I hope that these comments have been read too, so that, they can address some of these things. But if she had known about the meet and greet, I'm sure that she would have been there to ask the police chief herself. So for me, listen, everything should be able so that the public can come and attend, or at least come past. Deb Hill, I have no idea. That I cannot answer because I do not know. But, those are the things. In my private community, we got a lot of paperwork to go over. I'll be on late tonight, private community, with some paperwork. I have this. This is the update on the Fania Dukes case. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to finish what we were starting with our cold cases. and then we'll talk about this. I have the update on the Kamal Woods case, and we'll talk about that. I have been doing a lot of work, groundwork for some other things. But if you are up late tonight, my private community, I will be making a post late tonight. It'll probably be around 11. Telling you that I'm about to come on. And when I come on, you're gonna want to jump in there because we're gonna get into some things about the new fire chief. I have some paperwork to show you, and we are gonna get into some things about these cases. Okay. Well, that is my wrap up. Look at that. I hit my time perfectly. Hour and 30 minutes. Love it. Anybody got any questions for me? Anyone have any? Oh, we'll talk about the Rucker athletics thing. Matter of fact, let me go to it in the video because I'm gonna go to it in the video because I think that Kiana Belcher gave an explanation about the Rucker athletics. And I'm gonna get to that, and we're gonna talk about that. Hold on. Let me see if this is the spot. Hold on, let me put it up on the screen because if it is the spot. I want to take a nap too, Deb Hill, but I can't.
East
I gotta work.
154th Street on the second floor. There are
Okay, she's talking about the mental health, I think, or something there. That was Tammy. Hold on.
6 p.m. at the Village Hall. This is their monthly meeting, normally the second Wednesday of the month, the Police and Fire Commission meeting, October 8th at 6 p.m. And then Spence Cook Grand Lodge and Serenity Grand Chapter is having a trunk or treat on October 31st from 4 p.m. till 7 p.m.
Thank you, Wyoming gal. Thank you for the gifts, Wyoming gal. Thank you so much for the gift, the membership gifts. Wow, you guys are going to be so glad that she gifted you that membership tonight. I would suggest you go and run and watch all of the videos that you can. All of the videos that you can that's in members only. All of them. Okay, I would suggest you go run and watch all of them that you can. And yeah.
14141 Martin Luther King Drive. They'll be having their trunk.
I need to get to the thing that Kiana Belcher was talking about.
$50.36.
Hold on.
So that will be the Human Relations and Ethics Report, Planning and Zoning, Police and Fire.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Trustee Steve.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes. Motion passed.
Okay, we have the AP warrant list, trustee.
Hold on.
Hood, second, trustee Andrew Holmes. Any discussion? Voted and approved by the board in March of 2022.
Okay, so here it is.
Yeah, so this is coming up for implementation as it had not been implemented during a chaotic time. Item D, motion to approve the hiring of finance and accounts receivable was discussed at committee of the whole. Item E, motion to approve the opening of a separate bank account for Pope Leo activity.
Hold on, I'm trying to get to the spot where Kiana Belcher. Maybe I passed it. Hold on.
Second. Trustee Stan Brown. Any?
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Voted and approved by the board in March of 2022.
But this is where he's
Yes.
talking about the
Yeah, so
Rutgers
this is coming up
athletics.
for implementation, as it had not been implemented during, a chaotic time. Item.
Okay, I didn't write down the timestamp, so I don't know what the timestamp was. But Kiana Belcher basically gave an explanation about, let me see if I can pull up the transcripts, and then that way I can maybe find it. Oh, the transcripts are not up here yet. Well, let's see.
Items C through I. And we will revisit item B after we do this vote.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna quickly go through these. So here, I've discussed them. We're gonna pull this motion for the combined vote, and we'll go straight to the vote. Is there a motion for item B? Any motion to approve, Rutgers Athletics? Here, a motion, trustee Norwood. Second, trustee Stan Brown. Any discussion on this one? Hearing none, clerk Key, I'll ask for a roll call.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Okay, so she must have did it before, so I can't find it. So I'm just gonna talk about it. You could go back and look on the video. So Kiana Belcher made a comment and said that, and just like the mayor did, said that this was something that was voted on back in March, way back, and they were just implementing it, right, for Rutgers Athletics. Now, here's my question. Rutgers Athletics is having something implemented from the previous administration, and obviously the outlook of the village has changed. Why should they not have re-looked at this, whatever this was, right? Whatever they voted on previously. And also, isn't Rutgers Athletics being involved in the Melanie Fitness Center? So they're also having a separate building, and they're also being involved in the Melanie Fitness Center. These are all questions that I have. We're going to talk a little bit more about this in future broadcast, right? But my question is Rutgers Athletics getting preferential treatment? And if they are, why? Do anybody else have these questions? Again, these are my observations based on what I'm looking at. I'm asking the question, are they getting preferential treatment? They're something that was promised to them or voted on in way back is now being implemented. They're also involved in the Melanie Fitness Center because that was in the COW meeting that there was supposed to be bids, but they were the only people that were allowed to present. So that's the only thing that I can see based on observation. Where were the other people who was the bid put out for Melanie Fitness Center to have other businesses come and tell their vision for the fitness center? Or was there, was it put out to other businesses to be able to come and get involved? I don't know. So this is the question. Are they? Let's be clear about what I'm asking. Are they receiving preferential treatment for whatever? Deb Hill there was a ordinance passed that they were putting the Melanie Fitness Center up for sale. I remember this clearly. I don't remember it being rescinded. So I'm asking, now that I guess the Melanie Fitness Center is going to be used for court, and the Melanie Fitness Center is going to be revamped now so that it can be used as a fitness center. But I only saw Rucker Athletics being able to present, and it was told that they would be ready to go the day after Thanksgiving, which is Black Friday. How did that happen so fast? Tracy, in this case, I guess a portion of it would be leased to Rucker Athletics. Baby Dicks, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm asking the question, were the proper protocols followed? Were the proper protocols followed? And if not, why? These are questions I'm asking. People are going to get upset because I'm asking. Makes me no difference. We asked these questions during Tiffany time. We should ask them now. They are still relevant. Those are my questions. Are there other businesses that have been able to come and present a plan for them renting out the Melanie Fitness Center? What does another business look like? What does another plan look like? So this person will have a cigar lounge in Dolton. This person will have a portion of the Melanie Fitness Center, and this person will also have a separate building in the village of Dolton. Just asking the question. We were hoodwinked. All that was bad for TH, now good for this admin, kind of off subject. Your questions defines your answer. I'm just asking questions. It will be the paper trail that is dictating the answers. Now I just told you this is the paperwork. That person owns a cigar lounge. This person will be involved in the Melanie Fitness Center, because we didn't see any other businesses present their ideas or able to present any type of a presentation to the board or to the village. And this person now was voted again, to implement what was already voted for, which is a separate building. That's the paperwork. Now I'm asking the question. That's all. That's it. That's all. We have to, this over here is fair reporting. This is fair reporting. This is not a narrative being run over here. I'm not bought, I'm not sold by anybody. I'm going to report on what I'm going to report on. And it's going to be honest. That's it. That's all I got for you. So I'm asking the question. In the coming days, I will do what it takes to get the answers. Or maybe not. If the village is not being transparent, then we won't get the answers and we will have our answer, baby dicks. If you want to look at it that way. To this day, this building belonged to the city. Yeah, the Melanie Fitness Center belongs to the village right now. Definitely does. And it costs the village every month to run it. So I don't have a problem with them. I don't think there's a problem with putting court in there. I think that's a great idea. I think opening the building back up to the public and getting it back up to code and standard for the public to be able to use is an absolute phenomenal idea, right? because whatever business goes in there will be business revenue, right, for the village, right? So it's a great thing that this is going to be, reopened. But at the same time, is this person having a monopoly on what is happening in the village as far as business is concerned? Are they being given preferential treatment as far as the village is being concerned? Are all businesses being heard? Was there a bid put out? Was there a bid put out and a notice put out? Hey, we're taking bids on the Melanie Fitness Center to find out, if you can come in and renovate this space. What would you do with it? Let us know. They are renting the whole building. Okay, so the village will be holding court in one space, and the rest of the space will be Rucker Athletics. If that means, he said that there was going to be a smoothie bar and then Rucker Athletics in there. We're going to go over it in another live, and we only can go by what he said and what they said. But I found it interesting. This was a cow meeting. That the date for them to be ready to go was the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, which is very fast considering when did all this get started? Was that on an agenda or a meeting that I missed? I'm trying to figure that out. But anywho, we'll get the questions answered any way we can. And once I get some answers, then I'll pass them on to you. All right. Anybody else have any other questions for me? Because I'm about to get out of here. I got to get dinner with my kids. It is French Winch. You about to eat a Thanksgiving dinner this weekend? I'm so jelly. Ooh, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. That's always a good time. Family, food, fun. Always a good time. Anybody else have any questions for me? People in the bushes, people over there, anybody want to talk shit, anything, because I'm ready for you tonight. Ready. Okay? Well, if not, my members only. My new members that got gifted memberships. I'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock. If not, watch the replay. Just as good, right? Try to catch up on all of the videos that you missed before your membership ends, okay? I'm telling you, you want to do that. That membership only is fire, okay? We are going to, we have some things to talk about and discuss with this new fire chief of the village of Dolton, and we will address it, okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Super Producer wishes nothing but blessings for your life. Watch out for Twitch. We coming. We don't have much time to address it right now, but we are coming. We'll get around to it. But Twitch, we coming back to that. Okay? Listen, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you in a few days. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? If I get everything together, you'll see me tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys in a few days next week.